In the ashes of broken worlds, legends are born. Godships of iron and flame, forged in the hearts of dying stars. Fallen gods who once held the cosmos in their grasp, now whispering through rusted steel and shattered stone. Beasts of a forgotten war, machines of impossible design rise from a planet reborn. And amidst it all, a child of iron and flame, destined to save man and machine, to shine as their light and beat back the creeping darkness of the void. Together, watch as the broken universe comes alive with epic builds and ancient legends.
Welcome back to the Scrap Forge. I'm Jody, and I'm talking about Mer-Bots today. These guys turned out great. I got my first two done. These two Mer-Bots. This is Thaladrin. Thaladrin is the leader so far of the Mer-Bots, and he was the one that kind of started it all. I saw that person cutting the heads off sharks, sparked the idea to make Mer-Bots for me, and so now I finished him, and this is Tidal Blow. Probably his nickname. He probably has a better name, but I don't know what it is. Names are hard, really hard. But these guys turned out so awesome. I love his gears and pipes and pistons and turbos and fans and armor on something that I've never seen before. Maybe I invented Mer-Bots. I don't know. I probably didn't, but I've never seen them before. And so I think these are really cool. So this is going to be a great video of how I built these things. And then we'll get into their lore as I figure it out, try to figure it out. Are these bad guys? Are they good guys? Are they just want to be left alone guys and hate everybody? Probably. I'm not sure yet. That's things I got to work out, but there'll be a Broken Universe Legends lore once I finish all the Mer-Bots, and it'll be good. As far as things going down in the Scrap Forge, got 6 videos out, got 370 subscribers, which is nuts, which is awesome. I'm working currently now on a Broken Universe Legends and Lore video of my logo flagship, the Iron Mother. That'll be coming out soon. But yeah, these guys got pushed back a week as I jumped in and threw in the Swamp Father and Mother, the Swamp Creatures build, to kind of celebrate Bill's 100th episode. So these got pushed back, but they're finished. So sit back, enjoy the build, and we'll wrap it up at the end. Okay, Thaladrin is the first Mer-Bot. That was really fast, but that's what you get. These are going to be some quick picks because when I made this Mer-Bot, I wasn't planning on doing a YouTube channel, so I didn't want to do a lot of videos. This little video I did actually a couple weeks ago, realizing I left his arm kind of skinny, so I threw on some EV foam to beef it up a little. But yeah, so not a lot of no video and not much of the build, but it was just taking a rubber shark and cutting off the head and building a robot, a Mer-Bot out of it. And that idea really seemed cool to me. And watching it come together as I pictured it in my mind, using a lot of the techniques and tricks I learned from watching Bill making stuff, build bead bots, made it work perfect. And so adding all these details you see on there, the EV foam, the gears, the rivets, the pieces, I just wanted these to be really cool Wardens of the Deep, just very intimidating, powerful force, especially in any liquid, any water, ocean, fuel ocean, gas ocean, whatever they're in, swimming in. These guys rule. They're the ones that take it out. So this is his name's Thaladrin, and I'm sticking with it because that's a name and names are hard. I put them into AI. AI really struggled with the Mer-Bots. I've done a couple. It does its best. It doesn't know what to do with the tail. It doesn't know how to add the details on. It can't keep the claw and the trident. It adds there's a one leg and one tail. There's a trident coming out of his shoulder. AI is great, but if you think it's just easy and you can just do it, no, it takes a lot of work. But let's get into Title Blow. This one I did film, and so this was a killer whale, orca, rubber fish, rubber toy, and so I'm actually up at the cabin, in my in-laws' cabin, and brought him with me and some of the other stuff I have, and made a little kit. And I knew I built one, so I kind of knew what I needed, all the little pieces, and this was just to get started. It was just to do one day. But I'm getting little bottles I brought for kind of the torso that's going to slide in there. So I'm just kind of dry fitting things right now. That's a lot of what scratch building is just seeing what works and what fits. And when you find something great, you just can tell. You're like, oh yeah, that's going to look cool. I know exactly what that is. And it takes a while. Like, I think I cut the end off that little bottle and fit it over that round bottle and made it kind of a unique shape, but I liked it. So now I'm just prepping the shark, prepping the inside, getting it ready so it glues and the glue sticks, and it sticks great, especially using that UV resin. The UV resin is super glue. That's really what this build is. So now I'm just pulling out all the little pieces I brought. I got to start finding things. I got to make shoulders. I got to make arms. I got to kind of put this thing together, see how, you got to get the proportions right so the head looks good, the neck looks good, and he looks intimidating the way he swims through the water. This is going to be a big tank, the heavy hitter of the team of these Mer-Bots. And so I really want him to be beefy and big. So I've got some you want to find plastic pieces you have two of, and I think I have two of these lids to some little whatever toy or bottle. So I went into, luckily there was a drill at the cabin, and drilled some holes, getting things kind of sanded and ready, and start fitting it together. This is definitely a build making stuff technique where you run armature wire through your build, thread it through, so then you can feed your beads on. And beads are great for making the arms and making these robots. This just breaks down all your joints, your shoulders, and then I'm adding spray bottle parts and all the different things when you're scratch building out of trash. This trash Lego stuff is what you got to find things that look cool shapes, cool pieces, things you couldn't ever build, and take them apart and put them back together in a fun, interesting way. It's such a fun hobby. And cheap, really cheap. I just watched a video on Stinking Warcraft talking about how much some of those kits cost, and we're talking into multiple hundreds of thousands or more dollars for a stupid model, one of their bigger kits. That's ridiculous. They're out of control. So I say we take them down and build our own. Everyone start building your own stuff, 3D print, whatever you can do. That's ridiculous to charge someone over $1,000 for a stupid toy for a game. And that's what I love about Bill making stuff, videos. He's like, hey, let's I can't afford that. I gotta, live. And so he started building his own and just shared all this cool knowledge with us. So here I am using those techniques, so I don't have to spend $1,000 to make something cool. And this is basically free. So again, I'm just putting the arms together, getting his hammers on the end of his hands. I want him to have like these big typhoon hammers. Like I said, he's gonna be a big heavy hitter. That's how far I got. He's kind of looking like a hammerhead, and I didn't like it. So I cut this egg in half, little plastic Easter egg, and I'm like, yeah, I want to make him back more like a whale, but extended, more robotic head. So I'm cutting up some gears, cutting these things, gluing that egg on. I put a hump on his back, and just kind of filling them out because, like I said, I want them to be beefy. I want them to be big, and like when you have a gap, when all the stuff doesn't fit perfect, then you fill it with something. So I put that gear piece in the gap, which always works because the gear on the back of the neck would make sense because I want to put another gear in front of that and another one in front of that, and when the gears move, the head turns or twists, and that's what makes it kind of cool. I ripped these the Stegosaurus apart, and I've been using those for the fins. And kind of like there's the natural fin that I left on the whale, but I also like the added ones because these are biomechanical creatures. So the body part is the bottom half is biological, and the top half is robotic with kind of some crossover. They add stuff on the bottom, so it's got like fans and plates and turbos and turbines and water jets and propellers, but it's going to fit into the Broken universe. I kind of got the story figured out why they do that and what's going to make that seem cool. Here I'm just taking this heat gun. It's a little embosser heater thing, and I'm heating up some plastic so I can get it to fit better on that back piece right there, a piece of EV foam. If you want plastic to stick to plastic, you put a piece of EV foam in between it. Bill taught us that, and it works beautifully. And so that's nice and soft now. I heated it up. I'm gluing it on, and now just hitting all the little. You gotta every once in a while just take your super glue and just hit all the joints, hit everything, make sure nothing's falling apart. Because as you kind of handle it, things will kind of break a little, or break apart. And now I've got an idea how I want the head to look. I want him to kind of be. Kind of like he's his own battering ram too, and so I want his head to be armored up, and so I'm putting these plates on, and I'm using these. You see them all over in thrift stores and stuff, but they're the wood kits people get to build like a little marble track or a little clock or a little something, but they're like those wood kits with all the gears, and they have all these flexible wood pieces when they make them, and they're great for building, for scratch building, because they have great detail. They take paint, they're easy to glue, and they look amazing. So anytime I see those at a thrift store, I grab them. And then you can see the rest of the stuff I have is just lids, lids to baby food or parts of toys. The Stegosaurus plates these are great for these Mer-Bots. They look cool. They look like there's some kind of crystalline bone plating, and that works great. So I'm sticking those on, looking and seeing how it looks. As you build, you always want to make sure you're looking cool. At least if you're not sure, you want to make sure you're looking good. And so I love these fins on the side now. And you want to make them look balanced. He's gotten a little bit bigger than I thought he would, and so the bottom half is not quite as balanced out as big and bulky as the top half, and I'll address that later. But there I'm just getting all the pieces on, getting the shoulder pieces on, just things that look cool, like layers, plates on plates, pieces that you would think you would use to maneuver, to draw in water, to make them go faster, to make them bulkier. And so you just got to keep looking at it, and that's all scratch building is you kind of have an idea what you want to do. Sometimes I sketch them out. I didn't sketch this guy out. I knew I wanted him to be a big tank and with lots of stuff, and so I just brought the stuff and started building, and that's fun. Sometimes it's fun to sketch out more of a plan, and other times just start doing it. And he's turning out great. I'm really happy. With the armature wire, you can position the arms. I had the arms positioned. I kind of wanted one like kind of dragging back, and the other one like he's kind of bringing it up. And I thought he would look good on the stand like that. I have with builds like this, you need to have a stand because these guys are basically swimming through water. And fortunately, every time I hit the thrift store, every once in a while I'll find a stand that was for something, and I buy them every time. Yeah, but look at that. I mean, I love it. Look at all the different colors, all the different little pieces. That is trash building. That is trash Lego. Look at that. That's just awesome. That was a bunch of nothing. This thing cost no money. All of it. I mean, maybe if I buy some of this stuff from Goodwill, maybe we're talking $5 for all the bags I bought. And to build something that cool and that unique is awesome. So yeah, you know, Warhammer, you guys can, you know, stick it where the sun don't shine, charging people so much money for your junk, and some of it's not even that cool or original. This is way more fun. So forget Warhammer, build your own stuff, build your own army, play with your friends. But here you can see I found this big propeller. It was off a toy I got from Goodwill. I saw it, I'm like, I have to buy this because I wasn't happy with the way that everything was just too cramped. It wasn't balanced right. The front half was so bulky on Tidal Blow here. It looked so awesome, but the tail was just too short. So I'm extending it. I'm putting this this big propeller right here in the middle, and that thing's built for power. And so I'm just kind of cleaning it up, getting it to where it all fits together, and then I can piece it in between it and the tail section, keep all the details I've already got on it. I just cut in between them all, put that on there, and it's going to give me just a nice extension to make it big enough to where now it looks balanced. This looks good. So let me get that glued on there, and you're going to see this is so much fun because you think it was done, but you can do whatever you want. You know, and if you're not happy with something, take it back apart. It's just glue and scrap plastic and toys. It's you can always put it back together. Same with painting. You know, like your paint job, so what? Just paint over it. Start over. Hit it with primer. And so there I'm just, boom, look at that. And that you just look at it, you can tell that looks so much better. That is more balanced, looks better. His back looks amazing. Oh, that looks great. So happy I did that. So then I painted it. I didn't film me painting. I'm not a painter, and you guys know that. I've said that. I went with copper and gold. I want these guys to be, that's the kind of the metal I'm using on some of them, and I'm also going to use some like gunmetal on some other ones. But I feel like these guys are in the oceans. They're finding all the gold, finding all the metal, or they're finding all the broken pieces from ships that were destroyed. So they've got a big reservoir of things they've scavenged and put together as they are coming to life and creating themselves or upgrading themselves, whatever they do. I haven't figured that out yet. Here I'm taking my Dremel tool and I'm like, he needs some real battle damage, and I want to put plates on his fins, but I think it's dumb just to put a plate on a perfectly good thing. So I like cutting in some damage, cutting in some grooves. So it looks like, oh, they put a plate on this because this fin's almost broken in half. And that makes more sense to me. That seems more believable. So that's what I did. I just was cutting some battle damage. So when I put the plates on, they're on there for a reason. Not that that matters that much, but it makes me happy. So there you can see some plates I put on this forearm too, bulking them up a bit. And once I get all those plates on, get everything situated, I'll be able to start putting rivets on. And I started with a dull X-Acto knife, and it was not working at all. Adam Savage said it at first on one of the videos I saw. You need a sharp blade to grab those beads, so that wasn't working. So I switched to a different blade, and it was much easier, and I started knocking these rivets out. I really enjoy rivets. I'm so mad I never thought of it before. I always drew rivets in all my drawings and sketches, and I drew something. I loved rivets. I'm from the 80s. Of course I love rivets. Grew up in the 80s, but so happy now to have this technique from Bill with putting on the EV foam, making plates, putting rivets on it. It's just made my build so much better, and it makes me so happy. So yeah, you look at the gold. Yeah, I am definitely gonna hit that with an oil wash and knock that gold way down. He's gonna look much better here in a second. But I just I put on the rivets. It's going so smooth in this last stinking one. was such a pain in the rear. It took like 10 minutes to get that one stupid rivet on. But that's what you go through sometimes. So I left it in there just so you can see my pain. But I did speed it up a little so you didn't click off the video. So yeah, I'm just doing some touch up now. Touching up some of the rivets, touching up some paint parts. I want the plates, added plates, the bone plates, or big metal crystalline plates. I wanted those to look metallic, look robotic, and not part of the natural fins that I leave the natural color. They're on the sides and on the back. And so I'm just touching up everything, and then you can see right there, boom, it's been hit with all the rivets are on them. They're the green rivets. So I'm gonna get those all painted, and then I'm hitting it with an oil wash, and you'll see that oil wash here in a second, and boom, there it is. And man, that's why you do oil wash. Look how much better that looks. It is just tied together, looks awesome. There's both of them spinning around. That turned out good. I'm so happy. I mean, I know it's called trash Lego, but man, that's trash to treasure right there. That thing, look at that. I would pay money for that. Those guys look great. And that costs nothing. Don't buy Warhammer crap. It's not worth it. Build your own stuff, man. It's just so much better. So I'm now just look at these gears. I was talking about how I put the gears on, and that's just to give it this sense of this is how this mechanics works. It's on top of his head, on the back of his neck, it's cooked into his shoulders, on his back, and then behind his arms there. And that's just what makes it so cool. Because yeah, obviously they don't work, but it looks like they do, and it looks like there's things on there for a reason, and they're kind of connected to get together. He's got these big hammers and a big blaster on one arm and things on his shoulder and battle damage. That's the fun part of it. It's so much better than buying a pre-made kit and putting it together. This is all out of my head. This is all just because somebody cut a head off a shark. This idea hit, and now look what we're building. Look at that. I mean, whoever thought to put a big propeller in the middle of a shark or in the middle of a whale, and that it was going to be something that came from nothing. That's what inspiration is about. That's what creativity is about. This is so much better than buying something and spending a lot of money on it just so you can play a game. Yes, if you love it and it's your hobby and that's fine, but that's not the only way to have fun or to be creative. And just don't get ripped off, So they're like, you got to buy this to play the game. Build your own robot, maybe buy some of the other stuff, but don't waste your money on stuff like that. It's not worth it. There's the other hammer. That was made out of super glue lids. That's the underneath, and that swimming overhead would be intimidating. I love it. Like there's just jet ports, water turbines, there's pieces, all from junk, guys. That's all junk. Definitely under $5 in materials, and I think it looks great. So happy with that. So let's see if he can swim, and. Yeah, here he comes. Yeah, he's swimming. Yeah, look at that. And he's going to show off a little. And right by the camera. Oh, great. Okay, here's AI. Man, AI tries. Yeah, I put a picture in of title below, and this is what AI kicks out. So just when you think, oh, AI is cheating, just know you have to go through hundreds of tries to get AI to get it right, and some turn out cool, and it tries, and AI is learning as you work with it. But I said here, like, have it like jumping out of the ocean trying to get a ship, and then it puts in a pirate ship. I'm like, well, that's not kind of what I meant. So you got to learn how to do prompts, and it's going to keep changing it, and you're like, don't change it, that's perfect, just change this one thing, and then it does that. Like, but I said don't change it, but it does anyways. So it's frustrating, it's hard, but you get what you get with AI. I said, quit putting a mouth on him. I don't want him to have his mouth open. That one's not bad. That one looks pretty decent. But they were looking more like a tuna. It's not what I built. Not at all. That's not bad, but it's, it's just AI is what it is. It's getting better. I like it. I like using it because I did not have time to draw this or paint this. So at least I get to see some cool things. I wanted to have him busting through something and busting out and exploding, and that's pretty decent. So that's good. Let's wrap up. Okay, that's it. That's the build. They're done. 2 down, 2 more to go, maybe 3. I don't know. But I really think they turned out good. This is a good looking build. They're cool. I like these on my shelf. I really hope I can get good with AI and get these animated better and make some really cool scenes. I think there's going to come a time in the next couple years where I'll be able to do whole scenes of these guys swimming around and fighting. Who knows? The future is so exciting for creators that want to make their own content and be able to do it well. It's a really exciting time. So I'm glad I'm building this. Coming up, if this video does decent, I'll build 3 more Mer-Bots. If it doesn't do well, which it may not, I may be the only one who really likes these, then I'm only going to do 2 more. And so either there'll be 2 more videos of Mer-Bots or 1 more. 2 more videos with 3 builds and 1 more video with 2 builds. But this is the one I've shown before. I did work on him some more. I did streamline this fin. I added some stuff to his helmet. I'm not quite done, but he looks much better. Very menacing, very deadly, very fast. So I'm happy with this one. It's gonna be fun to paint him. And I talked about the queen of the Mer-Bots, and this is the perfume bottle I found. This beautiful, ornate perfume bottle. So I got to learn how to work with glass, and she's going to be an octopus with a really big head, but this is going to be her body and just really cool mechanical and biological limbs. But yeah, so those 2 are coming. And so stay tuned. I got to paint and build, but we'll see how this one does, whether I do another one. I had an idea for a 4-armed warrior with swords, but I could just not do that and be just fine. So we'll see if people like this or not. It's not crucial to do 3 more. 2 more is enough. Well, he's already done, so 1 more. I've been working on these guys for a long time, months, and I'm glad that they have their video now. They deserve it. I am inspired to do more. I love building the broken universe. This is going to have a great Legends and Lore episode, and love your comments. Jump in, check out the Legends and Lore. It's coming. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be kind of how my channel is focused. Build it, talk about it, have a story, add on to it, and keep building it. I'm not making a game. I'm not making a book. I'm not doing a novel, as far as I know. So this is pretty much it. So feel free to give me any suggestions. Feel free to say, hey, what about this? I love great ideas. I will take your great ideas if you offer them up. And if there's something that's cool, I will add them to the broken universe. And we will keep adding to that Bible of the broken universe and all the details and build a really fleshed out, awesome sci-fi fantasy world, which I'm really enjoying. So 370 subscribers. Okay, thank you. I can't believe that. I guess that's what happens. For those of you who subscribe, I love you. For those of you who watch my videos and hit like, I love you too. I'll keep putting these out because this is my hobby. This is the thing I'm doing now. I don't have any other things I do. This is what I do, and I'm really having fun doing it. Yeah, so do the things you want to do if you want to keep getting it. Like, subscribe, share, all the great YouTube stuff. But I don't really care about algorithms. I don't care what YouTube does with me. If you find me and you like me, stick with it. Stick with me, and we'll keep going. All right. That's it. Mer-Bots video 1 down, and you guys will decide how many more to come. If you want me to build that 4-arm Mer-Bot, then leave me a message. I might need more than one person to say, we want to see it. Because if not, I'll just build the queen and finish this guy and maybe be done. So you guys get to determine, wow, look at all the power you have. Just like that, I gave it all away. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later.